Hello? Okay.
Billy, are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hopefully this will keep working. Thank you everybody for being here in support of transgender youth and the transgender community. Each and every one of you is here to make a difference, right? Who is here to make a difference? My name is Olivia Jaramillo and I am with Equality Utah. We are here and we're not only bringing protection for our community, we're here to show them exactly who it is that we are, that we are worthy of love, of value. And that is really the message that we want to imprint right here with these powerful speakers that we're going to have. We're so lucky to put this together, Equality Utah, with the ACLU. Let's give them a big cheer. We're here today because we have made so much progress, haven't we? We're having these conversations because we have come a long way, not because we're still fighting for them. The reason we're feeling this pushback is because we have stepped forward. Our community has come forward. Now, the first speaker I'm going to introduce to you all is very known and loved in our community. Please help me welcome Sue Robbins. Hello, my community. How are you today?
I love hearing that. Today, I want to speak with you about the impact each and every group has within this effort. We come together in this difficult time, and it takes all of us to do this work for our trans adults. We had, I'll find a good spot here where it works, aren't we? Let's take a couple steps down and try that. For our trans adults, we had those that came before us, and they helped pave some of our rights so that we had those. So in turn, it is now on us to pave those rights for our youth and do the work where you was. And you are the role models for these youth. So remember that. Every action, every effort, they're watching you. And let's do it and take care of them.
For our parents of our transgender youth.
I'm gonna have to be real loud to overcome this, aren't I? Sounds like we're coming back forth a little. I want to thank you for the love that you know you have to have for your youth. But it's hard when you come out. Even though you know your parents love you, it is still difficult to be able to have that talk. So thank you for that strength you give them. Thank you for representing them here. Your stories are important in this. You matter. So I would like to read something for you that was sent to me by a group of mothers who has done an effort. If you go to the committee hearing, we'll be handing out trans hearts that you can pin on yourself. It's so that we have the visibility of members. And with that, they sent me a statement that I would like to read. These hearts were really to represent the trans kids who can't be here to defend themselves because they are scared. Their families are scared. It's dangerous enough to be a trans youth, to fear being outed every day, to being denied a sport you love, to fear violence from peers, and now to fear their legislators. The moms of these youth crocheted these for those of you standing by them, representing them, testifying, bearing witness, begging for kindness. So when you come to the committee hearing, please take one, wear it, represent a child being discriminated against and by those elected to protect. We know the trans community doesn't want these laws. We know their families don't. If they didn't need health care, they wouldn't seek it. This is not a joke, a game, or an experiment, it's lives. So wear a heart. Know that a trans youth will see your action. they are watching. So thank you to the mothers for this effort. We'll have these at the committee hearing to pass out for those who are able to make it. So now, most importantly, our youth. You are so amazing. We are all here for you, and your authenticity makes our hearts swell. So when our legislators meet with you, you capture their hearts, you change their minds. Meeting is the most powerful thing when you're able to tell your stories. Always remember that. Your stories matter. We will turn the tide, and it will be an effort with trans adults, you, and the parents. Your resiliency demonstrates that you are strong. Your insistency demonstrates that you are authentic. And your joy demonstrates that transition is a true act of self-love. So just remember, we love you, and we are going to keep working to protect you and to give you your rights. Let's get loud for every speaker after this. Let's hear it. Thank you.
And thank you. You were really loud. Like really loud. Hear it again. The next speaker we're going to have is one of our very own loving parents, Greg Walker.
Thank you. What a beautiful group of people. Thank you. I'm so proud and so humbled to be the father of beautiful, creative, elegant, sophisticated, thoughtful, brilliant daughters, 2 of them. Oftentimes when we go in public and are introduced to people, I don't have to say this one's transgender and this one's not, but that's where we are today at this moment. So I wanted to talk today about something that is important in so many ways, and the word is authenticity, and it gets maybe overused, but I believe living an authentic life is the single most powerful thing any human being can do, period. So just know this, people are often intimidated. And I'm speaking to you, transgender kids, adults, and to my daughter, that people are going to be afraid and intimidated. Nothing scares some people more than people who are authentically themselves. It's ultimately the most powerful thing you can do. Some people will go a whole lifetime and never achieve it. And some of you are doing it at 5. That's brilliant. You are brilliant. So never. So never, ever let anyone tell you that you're anything other than the most powerful people on this planet. You have the ability to live authentically in the perfect form, and you're supposed to be exactly the way you are. So I maybe have a different perspective as a parent, and I want to be clear of this. Of course we support you. Of course we see you, but there's so much more. We're blessed to be in your light. You're changing the world. And the world doesn't change without authentic people living their lives as they are. We all know this is a fact. So because of your power, because of your light, because of how the power you have, because you're doing the hardest thing any human being can do, to be honest with themselves, to be authentic and live who you are, just know you're the best of us. You're the strongest of us. You're the brightest of us. So we love you. I love my daughter. I love each and every one of you that support. Hey, thank you so much. Lance.
Okay. All right. Ooh, our next speaker. What?
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Oh. Let's go, no. I'm not crying, okay? You're crying. Okay, cool. Thank you, Dallas. So Dallas, if you've seen a rainbow truck driving around Salt Lake City, around Utah, that is the rainbow truck right there. And I remember the time when he decided to wrap his truck in rainbow, and I told him, you're crazy. But you know what he said? We have to be our authentic selves. People have to see us. Once people see who you truly are, it doesn't matter. All of the fears go away. And that is the message that is going to be brought by all of our presenters. Up next, we have Lance Sweeten.
Hello, you beautiful human. I am so happy and blessed to be here today to stand before you and tell you that I am blessed and proud to be a father of a transgender daughter. We are here today because trans and non-binary rights are human rights. And it is absolutely essential that allies like me and all the other allies out there, along with the queer community, that we stand up and support them. First and foremost, it is important to recognize that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, regardless of their sexual orientation, gender, or identity. It is crucial that we recognize the value and worth of transgender and non-binary individuals and work to create a more inclusive, equitable society for all. This includes fighting against discrimination, violence directed towards transgender people, and supporting policies and legislation that protects their rights. This includes understanding the unique challenges that our beautiful transgender and non-binary individuals may face, such as access to proper health care and discrimination in the workplace. This also includes standing up against hate speech and violence towards all LGBTQ individuals. The actions that we have witnessed by the Utah legislature in the last few days are shameful. These actions hurt you. And we, the allies that support you, we see you, and we want to take away your pain.
Thank you.
I want everyone in the sound of my voice, be it news, radio, by word of mouth, the fight is not over. This dad, along with all dads, I'm a proud member of the Dragon Dads. I'm a proud supporter of the Mama Dragons. We are fierce fighting parents of LGBTQ kids, and we will fight for you. For this job, for me, this fight, I will fight for your rights, and I will fight for your right to exist until my final breath. All is not lost. This is just a speed bump. I want you to know this is just a speed bump. We really need to just stay calm, stay in the boat, just keep working. Work with Equality Utah, work with the ACLU. We just need to stay calm. There's no need to panic right now. This has happened. We know it's going to happen. We know probably what's going to happen today. Okay? It's a reality. But everybody here needs to just stay calm and support each other and put your arms around those trans non-binary people that you know. It's time to take a breath. But I want you to know, as a husband, as a father, as a straight man in the state of Utah, that I see you, I support you, I acknowledge you, I respect you, and most of all, I love you with all my heart. This is a fight that we will win by love, love. That's it. And I thank you for your time and love you all.
President, it's amazing to hear from parents, but it's even more amazing to hear from our youth. Our next speaker is one of our own youth, Bree Martin.
We support you, Bree!
Thank you all for coming out today. I know we're all freezing cold. Hello, everyone. My name is Bree Martin, and I am proud of all of you for standing here supporting the trans community in one of our many times of need. The bills being presented today threaten trans lives all throughout Utah, especially those seeking hormone therapy, which I think we can agree is a lot of us. We cannot let them pass. As one of the many trans kids attending school in this great state, I understand what it feels like to have my rights threatened again and again and again. The injustice we face is steeped in misinformation and fear-mongering, and the end is far past the horizon. But we will not falter. Our rights as people of this state will not be denied. Trans people shall not be treated as less than, and we will fight to keep our rights until the last breath. As I stand and speak before the Senate today, I am anticipating all of your support behind me. Utah, we will not back down! Woo! Thank you!
Thank you, Bree. Welcome another one of our own youth, Sage Paulson. Oh, she's not here?
Okay, so they're not here.
We still love you, Sage!
Okay, am I back? So let's welcome Lorcan Murphy.
We love you, Lorcan!
I just want to note they had me written down as one of the youths, and as a 31-year-old trans woman, I find that very flattering. So, one of the things that drives me nuts about this whole, these just disingenuous jerks say about us is like the new trans craze. Like Laverne Cox invented being trans in 2014. She didn't invent it, but she did perfect it, arguably. And I know a lot of us are skipping school right now, so I'm getting a little bit of a history lesson. The earliest signed document in human history that we have is a Sumerian prayer called Passionate Inanna, written over 4,000 years ago. It ends with the line, "To turn a man into a woman and a woman into a man are yours, Inanna." And this religious group had trans priests and shamans. From the Gala in ancient Mesopotamia to the NRE in 700 BC Scythia to today, there's over 4,000 years of trans people being respected and loved and included the world over. The persecution that we have been facing in this last century, that is the blip, that is the oddity in how we have been treated over time, not the norm. And it only seems like we're new because our histories and identities have been hidden from us. We lost generations of queer people during the AIDS crisis while the government didn't do anything. And yet, here we all are here today.
That's right!
You people are not the new trend. You are the next generation. And no matter how bad things have gotten, we have always joined together in community to take care of each other. Trans people used to find each other by asking, "Are you family?" And I want to tell you that that is where our true joy lies, not in the government's opinion of us. We have always taken care of each other and provided for each other by hook or by crook. And you are a part of that family, of that lineage, that beautiful, vibrant community. No matter what happens, you will always, always have other trans people as your family. And your family is and your family is in this fight with you. But win or lose, they can never, ever take away the truth. We have always been here, we will always be here, and our love for each other and community will always be stronger than anything they can throw at us. So I want to ask you all, are you my family?
Thank you, Larkin. Isn't she amazing? Let's do it again for Larkin. Our next speaker is somebody who is going to bring even more diversity to who we are. They are a clergy member that has a trans child. Give it up for Reverend Monica Dobbins of First Unitarian Church here in Salt Lake City.
Love you, Monica.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I do serve as the First Unitarian Church in Salt Lake City. Our church is proud to include queer and trans folks. And I'm not talking about just the all are welcome. I'm talking about we want them in leadership and in the pulpit. That's how important it is to us. And we're not the only ones. I see my colleague David Nichols from Mount Tabor Lutheran Church. There are lots of affirming churches around here and other faith communities. And we want you and we need you because you are the future not only of all of the things, but of faith as well. You are the future of faith. So we're welcome to you. We are a spiritual home, not just for queer families, but for families with trans and gender nonconforming kids and parents. So you're all welcome. But today I'm here as the parent of a beautiful, intelligent, tender-hearted, and generous teenager who aspires to be an emergency medical technician who is in school right now. I know, I wouldn't let them skip. And they happen to be transgender. Listen, parenting is not easy for anybody, even a queer mom like me. There are no simple answers for the many complex questions that we face. I've never parented anybody before. This is my only kid. And I definitely am new to parenting a trans kid, even though I know lots of trans kids. It's all new to me and I'm learning. And a lot of the parents and kids here are learning together. So that's a holy process all by itself. We're learning, figuring it out as we go. Well, I'm not a doctor, but I am a minister. And so I try to at least to be a pretty good listener. And I think that that's where it starts, right? Listening to your kids, listening to your parents, listening to each other, having a healthy, strong family where we trust each other and we just take it step by step. And that's all we're asking for. We believe in science, we believe in medicine, we trust our doctors and our therapists, and we build a team that helps us all make good decisions together. But now our options are being taken away from us by legislators who think they know our families better than we do. These bills are designed to target kids and families who are different from other kids at just the time when they need more support and more options and more possibilities. No two kids are alike, so no two treatment plans are alike. But one thing I can tell you is that no treatment plan for a trans person of any age should be determined by the legislature. It's not up to them. It's up to us. It's up to us. It's up to you. It's up to you. And on that note, I just want to say, if you haven't heard it from a minister or a clergy person, and you are queer or trans, I want you to hear it from me. You are whole. You are worthy. You are loved, and you are beautiful. And the legislature is not entitled to an opinion on that. I know that doing this work up here is an act of love. Some of y'all are skipping school. I'm okay. It's okay. Not my kid, but they're all okay. But it takes a toll on you to hear every day that your concerns are not real. But nothing can undo your wholeness. Nothing. So please take care of yourself, wear comfortable shoes, get good sleep, go to bed on time, okay? Spend time with friends who know your worth and affirm your worth. Be gentle with yourself and know that you're not alone. Amen. And parents, I see you too. I see you up late at night worrying about kids. I see you guarding the bathroom door at Target. I see your pink and blue flags or your pin. I see your posts on social, and I know that you are so proud of your kids. I want you to know that you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. I know it's hard. You might not feel like you're going to get it right all the time, but you're doing your best, and that matters. So hang in there. We're in it together. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Thank you so much, Reverend. Yeah, hallelujah. Who was it? You, amen or whatever. Guess what, everybody? Sage is here. Sage Colton. Hey, Sage. You didn't sing happy birthday to me.
I didn't. Happy birthday.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy I could be here. Sorry there was a question of whether or not I would be here. I didn't realize that was a public thing. I thought I was just personally running late, but glad to know everyone knows my public schedule. I drove up today, driving up the Capitol, and I was so scared as a trans person to see what the turnout would be here today. And I started crying. I'm so happy to see everyone here today. And I love seeing your flags, and I love seeing your signs. And most of all, I love seeing our trans youth here. Knowing that today is about our trans youth, about our queer youth, and about the futures that they can hold. I think it's scary out there, and I know that, and we all know that. Today we're here to remind the trans youth in our life that we are here fighting side by side with them.
Yes, that's right.
And that as a child, they don't have to fight this fight alone. A lot of the times as a trans child, we fight these fights alone in the bathrooms and in the school hallways and with bullies. And that's not what today is. And even though there are legislators and even though there are people in the public eye who say they don't want your best interest in mind or say they think they know what the best interest is for you, we know that that's not true, and we're here to fight for that difference and to make sure that you have access to the healthcare that you need and access to the gender-affirming care so that you can be the boy that you want to be. Because if I had access to gender-affirming care in high school, if I had access to the knowledge of what it meant to be trans in high school, my life would be on a totally different trajectory right now. I would have saved myself years of depression and anxiety and these spirals of not knowing who I am and why, as hard as I tried to be a girl, I just couldn't be a girl.
You're not a girl.
And that's what it's about, right? We're not here because there's trans boys who are girls pretending to be boys. They're trans boys who are being forced to live as girls. And we must allow them to live as the boys that they are. We must allow the trans girls to live as the girls that they are. And we must allow people to just be who they are and access the health care that they need. So trans youth, when you go back to school, because I know you're skipping today, I know you are. And when you go back home and when you have those hard moments, I want you to look around here right now and remember how many adults are here right now, ready to fight for you. We have some of our friends here. We have our lovely legislators. They're doing amazing work. He's been so phenomenal in standing up for our rights.
Goodness. So my kiddo is approaching closely, and they were at school and not willing to miss class. So, Mark, it happens with me. I'll call you out and make you be embarrassed, and that's what proud moms do. But I was actually going to do that thing where you rave and brag about your kid when they're not around, when she wasn't going to be here yet, and so I'll just pretend she's not quite here yet, although there she is. I tried to figure out, first of all, apparently not what to wear because it's dressed like a traffic cone day. Well, that way, right? Thank you. I want to talk to you from a couple perspectives. Hi. Let's be blocking signal, so here, right? I'm going to see that. There we go. I wanted to speak to you as a doctor. I wanted to speak to you as a mom, and then I wanted to speak to you as a legislator. Don't worry, I won't make it a three-part that we'll be here till 3 in the afternoon, freezing ourselves to death. But as a physician, I think it's really important because the medical wisdom that has been put out there this week, I don't think has been accurate. I don't think it's been responsible, and I don't think it's been fair. And I say this as someone who is a self-admitted nerd. I dig into stuff, into the rabbit holes like probably many don't, although if you're nerds, feel free to nerd out with me on any of it. But I have looked into the data, my own kiddo, and I on this journey, I've wanted to know as much as I could. I've wanted to understand the thinking behind this medical care, just like I would any other medical care that I provide, whether that's being someone with diabetes or someone with cancer or someone with a traumatic head injury. I want to understand it and I want to know what the data shows. And there is good data. There is excellent data to support this kind of care, gender affirming care. It is life-saving care. And are there evolutions that happen in medicine? Absolutely. That's what medicine does. It moves along, it adjusts, and it keeps on going. That should be left to medicine, that should be left to patients, and that should be left to families. That should not be left to this building. And so maybe next year we'll have to regulate trampolines, because I will tell you how many trampoline-related injuries, I hope no one's offended by that, but trampolines are bone breakers and head wreckers and all of the things. Yeah, and monkey bars. Oh, you know it's March when the monkey bars accident starts happening. Okay, so there's Dr. Me. Mom Me. I should have done this before you got here. Mom Me is so privileged to have a human in my life that is a better human than I will ever be, that is a more responsible human than I will ever be, that does their laundry like I will never do it, that cleans their car like I will never do it, that gets straight A's and doesn't want to miss class and so comes late. I know that we all love our kids in our own ways, but I know that that love is about the most pure thing that there is. And for anyone to question that those of us that go along behind and supporting our kiddos, holding them up as they go on this journey, is anything but loving, I won't have it. I won't have it called abuse. I won't have it referred to as anything other than love and support and there for you. And I want us to celebrate that as the families that we are, and our families are going to all look different and they're going to feel different. And I'm going to have that moment where, have you seen that? You're going to die that I do this right now. But you know the meme with the angry chihuahua and then the happy chihuahua? Have you seen that one? It's like your mom at home and your mom on the streets. Okay, well, so the mom at home, me, wants to rage right now. The mom at home right now wants to, how dare you, wants to spit venom and very foul words and wants to be that person. And I want to empower all of us to have those moments. But that nice smiling chihuahua with the venom in the back, she's the one that's going to actually go forward and celebrate, is going to take optimism, is going to take nothing but the best for our kiddos and for our communities. And I am so hopeful that we will be in a better place next year than we are right now, because it's pretty dark right now, right? It's pretty dark right now.
We are here together. We are celebrating together. I know all y'all's kids, whether they are your biological or your chosen, they are your most proud possession / inhabitants of this planet.
That's right.
And then finally, as a legislator, are you kidding me right now? Because we've got a lot of hate from legislators, but this is a whole crew of folks, and I'll tell you, they get it and they care and they want so much to do more, and they're going to keep doing more. And I have zero doubt that they will keep moving that ball down the field, and they will keep fighting, and they will keep loving, and they will keep valuing. So my colleagues, thank you so much. And now I'm going to stop my presentation and hand it over to Sarah. No, you don't want to? I can. You want to? I was going to draw. Hi everyone. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I want to say I am sorry that we live in a world where you have to write into your elected representatives to beg for basic human rights. And I want to say thank you for every single person that did. I want to say thank you for everyone who showed up today, who took the time to expose the most vulnerable, tender bits of yourselves in order to try to be heard. Because the world, it feels pretty cruel right now. And reading your stories has been a spark. And I want you to know that there are people here that are listening, and there are people here that care so much. And, I mean, I'm this woman. I can't speak for you. And I'm not going to try, but I am going to try to fight so hard. And all of us are going to fight so hard. So thank you. Thank you for fighting and continuing to be here. We love you, and we have got your back. Okay, now who am I supposed to hand it to? There's the birthday girl. Do you want to make us sing again? No, we just haven't walked away.
Whoa. All right, let's hear it once again for elected officials. They are the slowest to walk off stage, aren't they? Thank you all for being here, seriously. Every one of you, look around you. Look at every single one of you. And if you feel comfortable, hug your neighbor. Just like it was said earlier, we are family. Maybe you don't know the person next to you. And just like Senator Plum said, we are in dark times right now. This reminds me of when we were little, or maybe even now as adults, we feared the dark, didn't we? At night, we didn't know what was out there. And that darkness is very much what we're living through. But when you turn the light on and you see that there is nothing there to fear, how did that make you feel? Good. I challenge every single one of you to be the light that we need. I challenge every single one of you to not just be the change that this world needs, be the love that this world needs. Regardless of what happens today, tomorrow, next legislative session, nobody will ever be able to take away who you are. That is within you. And showing that light within each and every single one of us is what's going to lead us forward. Thank you all for being here. And I'm going to give you all now some instructions on what to do. So if you want to speak with the ACLU and find out what to do on some of these next steps, I believe 1 o'clock inside on the first floor on the east side I think that was pretty clear. Was that clear, Billy? And then also the interim committee will be at 2 p.m. on the west side at the House building, room 30. Anything else? This is Billy Palmer. Let's give it up for Billy.
With the time, thank you. Just so you know, we're going to go into committee. For those folks planning to come to committee with us, hold seats for those people that want to speak, want their voices heard in the hearing committee. It's in House Room 30, downstairs, the west building on the campus. Go straight there, get warm, take a seat, and then wait for their instructions. Some of you will hold seats for others. Some of you will be there to testify. So let's go straight there.
Thank you, everybody. Be the love that we need today. Thank you.